Hey, welcome back to my channel, Charente, your bestie. And right now we're about to get started playing Uno once it wants to start again, because sometimes Uno acts finicky. Why I say that? Because it was working before we got here. So give me like 1 second to get this popping and started. When things don't go your way, you restart again. Okay, so I decided to do something different for this live, and that is going to be I'm going to be looking at Reddit, a place that my true besties say I should not be. But you know what? YOLO. Why not? I have a few stories that I saw and I thought I share with you, and also if they should ask me for my unsolicited advice, what would I say to them? To actually be a couple in this modern time, it's a great time to be alive. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this game right here, and I'm gonna let it find me a teammate. While that gets started, this Reddit title is I think my husband, male 34, is tampering with my female 25 birth control. Okay, that is the title of this one. Perfect. Don't show that again. I'm just checking to make sure it's not my turn before I start reading. Oh, this is how we're going to do this. I see y'all. It said, my husband and I have been married for a year. Recently, I started to notice these weird things. First, he urged me to stop taking the pill. I had mentioned that I really didn't like it, hormones and stuff, and I have been taking it since I was 16, so I haven't tried anything else. Still, overall, it was good and reliable way to not get pregnant. He urged me that I should try something else. I'm gonna do that. Okay, cool. Here to try something else to give my body a break from their hormones. He knows I'm medically anxious person though, so I know he knew I'd get an IUD. I went to the doctor and decided to get a diaphragm. Ooh, not a diaphragm. Okay. I see that she's trying to listen, like serve her dude. So, okay, what else you got? Let me check on this. It's my go. Okay, perfect. Obviously, with the diaphragm, I have to use a spermicide. Some of them you have to put it in 2 hours before, or some, or three. It just depends. I don't have that. Okay, but you have to leave the diaphragm in there for 6 hours later. Well, I was using spermicide that can be put in 3 hours before. I still can't go. Now this is jankety. Straight up jankety. Maybe you don't like me reading to my people. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what? This is where we are. This is where we are. Since you want to play like that, I guess I actually gotta pay a little bit of attention to make sure like me and my dog don't like not be here no more. Like nah. Okay, back to it. Mm, mm. Okay, we're back to green. Perfecto. And I want to make sure I have the next move. Perfect. And I'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So now that I have a little bit of time. Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay. When things get down to the wire, I take time to pay attention. Okay? It's just what I do. So let's finish reading the story really fast. So she says, we were using it for about a month. Then I noticed that the package wasn't really getting empty. As in, haven't had to get more recently. I took a picture of the tube just to compare, just because something told me to. I cut a tiny piece of the corner of the tube off. A week later, I compared pictures and realized they were different tubes. My husband had replaced them. More than that, I Googled it and realized this particular spermicide, I had no idea. I didn't realize they were different brands. They were the same colors. Was only to be inserted 2 hours prior, meaning that it had been useless pretty much every time I used it. I was so weirded out and shaken up, so I told my husband I was going to stop using the diaphragm and I just wanted to use condoms. He said, okay. Well, today he was at work. I went and looked at them. I opened three of them and inspected them. Two of the three had tiny pinprick holes in them. So basically, I'm more than certain my husband is tampering with my birth control to try to get me pregnant, I guess. I have no idea why. How am I supposed to handle this? Why is he even doing this? Oh my God. Oh my God. First, second, and 10, I just want to say this to anyone in a relationship. Please state your goals at the beginning. If it's that you want to have babies and children and all the in betweens, then do that. But like, oh my God, give me 1 second. We're about to pause for a sec. Okay, I'm back. So first, second, and 10 at the beginning of the relationship, you need to set your goals because this sounds like goals were not properly stated. It sounds like someone wants to have kids before they want to actually talk and openly communicate with their spouse because it makes no sense for her to do all these things if she is not trying to be with child. And if it's something that he wants, it is a goal of his, he needs to be able to communicate that to her without sabotaging her because that to me is not love. That is tomfoolery, that is trickery, and that is a no, 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 no type of thing. Like, that's a hard no. That's a hard pass, if you will. That is breaking someone's boundaries and trust. And that is not healthy for to grow anything. If you have weeds in the garden and you're not plucking that stuff up, you are literally setting yourself up for failure. So, my unsolicited advice for her and him, you need to open your mouth up and say what you want in your life, okay? For her, homie, go back to regular old. Okay, you knew what worked for you. Do that, baby boo. Do that. Because at the end of the day, it is your body. Make sure that you do openly communicate with them. And if he doesn't want to listen, to what you have to say. You can always bring it in a midwifery, like a therapist, so on and so forth. I don't recommend bringing in family members because family members hold grudges, and that won't be a good look when something else happens and you have to go to them. Then they're going to have a funky attitude. So just be mindful of that. I will also say is that I just send my prayers to them and the situation that they're currently navigating. And that's what I have for you for this one. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one because that is suspect. She has receipts. And that's why I'm like, please communicate your goals because those are so important. If one person wants to have a child and the other person doesn't, at least not right away, respect that, but also ask them when is that time. Like, I need like a firm date, like 4 years. We'll wait 4 years. We'll reevaluate, and then we need to know why we're waiting that 4 years in the first place. Okay, what's going on? Okay, let's see here. It's not my turn yet. Um, Okay. I'm gonna challenge because why not? Hey, that's a score. Uh-huh. Oh, sometimes you have to challenge. Whew. Almost ran out of time. I didn't click it fast enough. Okay. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. So the second story, and after this, we're just gonna hop off because these story times are not meant to be long. These are not meant to be long lives because you guys have lives. I have lives. Like we all have lives here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on the second one, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit start. Okay. The title of this one is Caught Fiance 33 Male Snapping Photos of Me 25 Female while I was sleeping in the birthday suit. Okay. That is the title of this next one. And mind you, the next live I'll probably do guys issues with women because why not? I'm all about that diversity and lifestyle. This time I just happen to see these ones. These are the first ones to go. So let's see here. You don't have to show me this again. I get to, I know I can see what they got to see. I see that. Okay, like oh we starting with the big guns. I guess we're gonna start with the big guns. We're gonna go ahead and put it is green. Okay. Let's see. Are they gonna challenge me? I have no idea. Okay, perfect. Has anyone else experienced anything like this? I caught my fiance snapping photos of me while I was asleep in my birthday suit. I would be okay with it if he would have asked, but he lifted the cover and my body froze and I acted like I was still asleep. And when I started to act like that, I was waking up. He dropped. Oops. We're gonna go with this color because we both have that. Okay. This is me triple checking, make sure I'm not gonna have a turn next. So he dropped to the floor and crawled under the bed to the other side. He hid underneath the bed and waited until I fell back asleep. I acted like I fell back asleep all the way, and then he got up from the floor and went to the bathroom. I caught him doing this before because I felt him lift the cover and he forgot the flash. He said he was looking for something and thought nothing of it until now. I reached out to my therapist about it, and she said it's not a big deal, but isn't this a little bit of an odd behavior? I'm pretty sure he has many photos that I don't even know about too. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Oh, and now we're I have a minute. Okay, I gotta really pay attention. Um, so why would he do something like this if we're getting married, or why would anyone do that and hide? Okay, still waiting. You can't go, my love. That's okay because we're gonna figure this out. Because if I play red, you should be able to get into the game, home skillet biscuit. Yeah, yeah. A perfect. Now I have to. We're gonna play that. Play in the name of plus two. Ooh, plus two, plus two, plus two. How do you do? What? Okay. I'm gonna be focused on this because I have to make sure I don't like mess this up. Okay. Oh, that was a long transition thing. Let's see how we did. Not bad. Every time is a wish and a jump and a skip and a whoo. Okay, we're at the end of the story. I confronted him before posting this, and all I got was a blank stare in silence. I asked for his phone and deleted some of the photos, but he had multiple folders, and I'm not too savvy with Androids. Plus, he's staring at me code and was in front of me, so I kind of panicked and didn't go through everything as intended. Um, um, So we're going to go back to Charente's unsolicited advice. I know what I want to say, but I also know I'm on the YouTubes. Sir, what's going on? That's what I'm going to ask first. Are you taking photographs because that is how you have to exhibit your joys, your jollies, if you will? And that's the way that you do, and you are scared to let your person know, even though you guys are probably having relations? That's one. Two, for the her is, if you don't like it, you brought it up and he don't change and you feel literally that you can't trust him, why are you still choosing to marry him? That's 5, 6, and 10. And 15 is, fire the therapist. She gotta go. He gotta go. However they identify, they gotta go. Because that's a no. No. If my husband did that, we would have words. Words, words. Why are you taking photos of me like that? For what reason? I don't even take photos of me like that. So for what reason are you? And it's to go where? Why? No. Just no. So fire the therapist. 2, probably abort the relationship, especially if they're not being forthcoming while you're still not married without the signature. And especially depending on what state you are, it might be 50-50 and you lose 50% whatever it was. Like, so be mindful. You're seeing the red flags. You don't have to get married. If he's not your, like, if this is like this feels like a hard no. If you're going to Reddit to ask people, is this normal, and ask us questions, then me and you both know it's time for you to go. So this is what I have for you for this live. Okay, I made it simple, I made it sweet, and I love you all peaches to cream. Okay, all the in-betweens. And you'll see me back here, but next time we're going to be talking about dudes dealing with their girls, because people be having stories, man. They be having stories. And if you think I'm too hard, hey, that's your opinion. I still love you. So talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.